Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 12 of the Unwrapped Leader Podcast, where we get raw, real, and relevant in the new network marketing and helping you become a gifted leader in your business. My name is Teisha Dorianna from Canada.
And I'm Dracy Dewar from Australia.
And today's episode, we wanted to talk about how you can become the MVP in your business. I don't know about you guys, but right now I just got a brand new catalog with my company. And we are heading into the holiday season. And even though I don't even want to think about it, because it seems like we maybe just got some nice weather here in Canada, we are starting to see the pumpkin spice flavors, all the holiday stuff coming out. And so we wanted to kind of focus on that because, as you may or may not know, what you do now in your business is going to affect your results later. So we wanted to give you some actionable steps, some practical stuff that you can take back with you and your teams to do right now so you can set yourself up for a successful last quarter of 2022. We're approaching the end soon here. It actually seems crazy, but we know that those months are going to fly by because they are typically our busiest months in this industry. Holiday season, people are looking to get their hands on the new flavors or really, I guess it depends what kind of service or product that you do have. But people are, looking to start gifting and getting into that holiday spirit. So we wanted to talk about how to become the MVP in your business. And Dracy is going to get right into it with telling you how you can become an MVP for the remainder of 2022.
Woohoo! Exciting. And yes, you guys may be falling into fall, but we're springing into spring down under. So lots of spring action and getting started and all new beginnings, which is really super exciting. But what's fabulous is that we're both going into a very festive holiday season. And what's probably most important about that is the fact that the most amount of money is going to be spent in these last 4 months than the rest of the entire year spent overall in all the other months. So it's an opportunity for you. And that's the huge opportunity. But with great opportunities usually comes threats. And the threats is that everybody's going to be selling something. There's going to be so much noise. And so we want you to be able to stand out in the crowd and be the MVP in your business. So in talking about that, you want to be the most valuable player on your team. You want to be that for your business. But the other thing about MVP is the most important part. It's the maximum volume potential is happening in these last 4 months. Get it? Volume and potential. So the most amount of sales, but the potential to explode and expand your business. And so when we talk about our MVP, we're saying, how could you have a unique selling point, your USP? What is your unique selling point that's going to make you different and stand out in the crowd? What is your Midas touch? Your Midas touch being everything you touch turns to gold. How are you going to go out and every day give gold, like touch your business every day, give love every day? And then as well is create those lollipop moments. And a lollipop moment is how you make it so sweet and memorable that they will not forget you. And how you do that is you capture your own MVP, being your mission and your vision and your passion. And this is right now, you need to clarify and crystallize what your mission and vision is for this going out of 2022. And what passion do you have to drive it? So be specific on your MVP. And if you can do that, you are definitely going to be the most valuable player in your business. And just to highlight that, and I'm just planting the seed now, but on the 16th of September, is 100 days till Christmas. And so this is where the countdown begins. And that's like a month away from now. So it's what you're, as Teisha said, it's what you're doing or not doing right now. You're going to start getting the results for in 90 days from now. And so those results in 90 days from now is technically in October. And really, you want to maximize September, October, November. And to do that, you really need to set up those first 2 weeks of September, and the rest will be gravy train. So in talking about that, we've talked about your vision, and it's like Jim Rohn talks about, you just need to know your destination, have it crystal clear. You know that destination you're going to, what you want to achieve, what you want to accomplish. But then the focus is really that first step in front of you. So no matter what kind of fog is going on or what kind of storms are going on, as long as you can see the first step in front of you, the destination you're going to achieve and aspire to. So what you need to do that is create the plan. And that's why being in business, you take action of creating a 90-day action plan. And so we want to extend this, that because the end of the year is so unique, in the fact that the festive season and there's so much to take advantage of, we challenge you to work through that 90-day action plan now. Make September, October, November your 90-day action plan. Reset that, because December is just a whole different month of doing business. And it's really the month that is the gravy that comes in, but it's also the month that sets up January. So it's the activity and action that you do over these next 3 months that I feel you will be able to take the maximum volume and potential in your business. So Teisha, I just love it. You operate like a businesswoman right from day dot on a 90-day action plan. It's something that I had to learn and develop in my business. And when I did, it was the difference in my business, how I went from having a wishbone to a backbone. And that was using a 90-day action plan. So would you like to share with our fabulous audience what you do with your 90-day action plan?
Yes, absolutely. So I was taught to do a 90-day action plan from the get-go of my business, even before I had a team. And even though on it, it actually shows, for mine personally, I have it right in front of me here, so I'm going to be referring to it, but it actually shows setting team goals for that 90-day too. But like I said, I've been doing this before I even had a team or even a sustainable team. So I've just grown to use it as it is. And, if you're, like I said, focusing on growing a team right now, focus on, the personal tasks, because then eventually you're going to grow into putting on your team, putting on your team goals on there as well for the 90 days. So as Dracy was saying, you do want to start to focus on that 90-day action plan right away, because even though the last quarter of the year is your October, November, December, you actually want to create that 90-day plan starting next month. So September, October, November, because that's what's going to set you up for that successful holiday season. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my 90-day action planner and how it works. So of course, I want to set 90-day goals for myself. But what I actually do, if I'm making it for the very first time, for the year, or maybe just in general, maybe you've never done one of these before, it is so nice to look at your just over a quarter. Sometimes when you set like yearly goals, it could be very intimidating and they're just not broken down enough. So I find a quarterly goal is a lot more, you could see it. It's right in front of you and you could feel it. So the first thing I do, like I said, if I've never done one before, or if I'm starting fresh on a new year, I like to go through my last year numbers. So if you do have access to those, any sort of reports on what you've done personally, or even what your team's done, then I would mark those down. So just for example, the first column I have is a personal sales column. So last year, what did I do personally in my own personal sales? And I'll jot that number down. Again, if you have access to it, it's just nice to kind of have that reference. But then after you jot down your last year numbers, in the farther column, you have an annual goal. So now you could see what you did last year. What percentage do you want to grow by this following year, to end this year? And then you're going to decide maybe that's 10% you want to grow. Maybe you're just setting a number based on what's been going on for the last few months in your business. And you're going to set that number. So you could see your last year's number. You could see your this year's number. Lots of things can change in a year. So don't be, discouraged if you're thinking like, oh, it's, not as high as I want it to be. You are where you are right now in your business, and you just got to work with where you're at. So you're going to do your last year's numbers and your goal for the year. And then in the middle column, that's where you're going to put that 90-day goal. So what you need to see is like, what have I already done this year? And how do I want to finish off the year? Check what your annual goal is at and see, how much more do I have to do to meet that goal? And then I usually put whatever number that is for my 3 months. Say I wanted to sell 3K every single month. Then my 90-day goal would be to sell 9K. And then obviously that would be broken down into each month. I'm selling 3K every month if that's your goal. The next one you want to look at is your personal recruits. So how many new team members have you brought on the year before? If you have access to those reports, like I said, jot them down and then take a look at what your goal is for this year. Are you on track to beat that number from the last year? What percentage are you growing by? And put again what your annual goal is this year. And then again, in the middle, you're going to put what you need to do for this quarter in order to achieve your end of year goal. And what's really nice about starting this for September, October, November is that you're going to be set up for the new year. You're going to know exactly how to do this. You're going to be able to see those numbers from all of last year, and you're going to be ready to start the new year out with a bang. So don't wait till the new year to start one of these. Start one of these right now so that you're ready to get in action for September, October, November. Okay. So I do personal sales, personal recruits, and then it goes into the team. So if you have a team right now, even, if you're working on growing, even if it's small, I still want you to fill these out because it's just good practice too for when your team does really start to grow and build and become sustainable. And it's just amazing to see the growth that you've done over the last year just by jotting these down. Even if you think like, oh, we're not doing much right now, it's not worth writing. It is worth writing down. You're going to see such a big difference in a year from now. And it's going to be great to see that. So for your team sales, if again, you have reports, put that number down and then put your goal for the year. What is your goal? What do you want to be growing by? If you're bringing in so many team members, kind of calculate that. So it's like, what kind of percentage, I feel like I'm saying a lot of things and I'm not making sense, but what I mean to say is whatever percentage you're growing at with your team, use that percentage to kind of calculate what can my team do since we're growing by maybe 10%, maybe my sales should also be growing by 10%, right? My team sales. So set that goal. And then once again, put your 90-day goal. What do you have to do to complete the year off so that you're hitting that annual goal? And then what are you guys doing monthly? And then team recruits as well. So this counts as your own, but kind of look at, I remember my mentor, that someone I just worked with on this 90-day action plan used to kind of tell me to go through how many people I would bring in on a month and how many people my team would bring on a month. And if you're just getting started with building a team, it might be mostly you at the beginning. That's how I felt. I'm like, I'm the only one doing it, but it will start to grow eventually. And eventually your team will be bringing on more than you personally. And so you want to kind of calculate what you're at right now, and wherever you're at, again, is where you're at. You just got to work with it and then just put that number down. So it's going to be whatever you're bringing in plus what you think your team could do collectively. So you're going to put that number from last year, whatever it was. If you have those reports, put your goal and then put your 90-day plan. What are you going to do in the next 90 days? And then break it down month by month. So it's like you're setting bigger goals and then just breaking them down into like bite-sized tasks after that. And then the last two columns are new leaders. So who are you working on this quarter? Who do you want to promote this quarter? It's good to focus on at least one person every quarter that you want to help become a leader, or someone that wants to become a leader that you are going to work with one-on-one closely. So always have a focus every quarter for who's going to be your next leader on your team. And then the last one is the team title advancement. So these could be people that have already achieved leader and they're working towards their next rank. Who are you helping get to their next rank in their business? And who are you focusing on for that quarter? So that's kind of a breakdown of just my 90-day action plan. And Dracy, did I miss anything on the 90-day action plan that you wanted me to touch on, or did I?
No, I think you talked about it. You talked about your income producing activities, like scheduling them in and your day-to-day operations and how you do that.
I want to get to that. Yeah, I do want to get to that. I was just making sure I didn't I hope it came across well, because I'm like, absolutely. I don't want it to be confusing.
It's inspiring me. Like I said, I work on a 90-day action plan, but it's just making me to go like revive it, get it all organized. It just gives such energy too. And you feel so good because it's about intention. And when you do a 90-day action plan, it helps you put intention and really allows you to think about the impact you want to make. And so that's what makes it so exciting. And the only thing different about the end of the year is the image that we're trying to create to have some fun and be attractive. So we attract people in our business to really kickstart going into 2023. So you did an excellent job. So keep going, darling.
Perfect. And I was going to say too, like, if you're listening to this on podcast right now or on our YouTube channel, leave us a comment or send us a message if you're on podcast, or leave us a comment on our YouTube video. Let us know, like, would it be beneficial if, like, maybe Dracy, you and I should actually create like a 90-day action plan sheet for them. Okay.
Well, if they want one, let's see what they say in the comments, because you and I know we can whip one up just for them perfectly.
Yeah, definitely. And then we could definitely share that with you. And I just find that, like, having something being explained to me, and then having like an actual like document or something to go with it, I'm more likely to do it for sure. So if you feel like you like that would be great. Or if your company doesn't provide one or whatever, let us know. And we'd be, I'm sure, happy to just make one for you guys. That would be a good little resource to go along with this. So, okay. Just a kind of random thought, but anyways, on to the income producing activities. We can do this.
We can do it.
So once you have your 90-day action planner, honestly, I urge you guys to make the one for, again, September, October, November. That's your quarter you're going to focus on, and make that right away. Make that right away so you have it and you're ready for that busy season to come. But once you have that, now you have to really break it down more. And what are you going to be doing every day to achieve these goals, to achieve these quarterly goals? So you want to be focusing on those income producing activities. So the things that I like to focus on is, number one, presentations. So that could be live videos that you do on your social media channels. This could be in-person events. So if you are doing in-person parties right now, or even in-person opportunity recruiting events, and also like, like your parties, if you're in the party plan business, you're doing online parties, in-home parties, you want to be doing presentations. Continue to show up, continue to be present in your business through presentations. Another one is adding to your prospecting list. So from these presentations that you do, it's almost like they build off one another. You need to be doing the presentations. You need to be present in your business and showing up in order to add to your prospect list, because you need to be meeting new people. And how do you do that? You do that by showing up to these events and inviting people to these events, which brings me to my next one. Send invites for people to take a look at your product, invites for people to take a look at your hosting program, or invites for people to take a look at your business opportunity. So send those invites. And from that, keep adding people to your prospecting list every single day. Another one is follow-ups. People that you've already sent invites to. Are you following up with them? Or do you have them in your follow-up binder? Or maybe you have an online follow-up system. Who are you checking in with every single day regarding the products, the programs, the business opportunity? And then also, team build. You need to work on your team as well. So once you've kind of had, you're focusing on your personal business, you're doing your own presentations, you're adding to your own prospecting list. Don't forget about your team. Make sure you're doing the trainings, the meetings. I have a team calendar every single month. That was actually one of the best pieces of advice that I got, was to make a team calendar. And every month, on the first of the month, I put out that team calendar. It has all the meetings, the trainings that are happening, and my team knows when my availability is for check-in calls, if they want to do an accountability call, or a very specific training call, or if they want to get into, like leadership training, that one-on-one training with me, then they know when I'm available for that, and I could book calls with them on specific days. So make sure you're team building. And then last one is your social media. So that just goes along with being present online, being present offline. But how are you creating curiosity every day? I always ask myself, or when someone tells me, what should I be posting on social media? I always tell them, ask yourself, how can I create curiosity today? And when you create curiosity through your posts, through how you come across on live videos, or even, like I said, offline, in person, how are you creating curiosity? What kind of seeds are you planting so people want to ask you more questions? And then with everything that you post on social media too, always have a call to action. What do you want them to do with that post? Do you want them to go visit your group? Do you want to invite them to a specific event that you have coming up? Whatever it is, make sure you tell them what to do from, that post or that live video. Where do you want them to go after that? So those are just some income producing activities I would focus on. Are there any that you would add to that list, Dracy?
No. And I just would probably just add the fact that it can sound overwhelming, all these things. So if you actually write down every one of these kind of activities and just color code them, so I'm really big on color coding. You can actually see I got all my highlighters here. I got every different color under the sun. So everything's highlighted based on, so social media could be highlighted one color, your personal productivity or like live events could be another color, your personal family stuff could be another color, just so it just helps break it down. When you look at your calendar, it looks organized and not overwhelming. But it's just one thing at a time. And the most important thing is prioritize your activities.
Yeah, absolutely. And these income producing activities, it doesn't mean I do them every single day. Like there's some things that are on my weekly, there's things I do daily, there's things I do weekly, and there's things that I do monthly. But my daily method of operation, so basically what I do daily, I'll quickly just walk you guys through that. But remember, these are things, it's like, decide, like, is there follow-ups that you have to do every day? Maybe not every single day. Maybe that's more of a weekly task. So I kind of have that as set as my weekly. Every single week, at least once, I'm doing, dedicating a day or an hour to follow-ups. But what I do in the mornings, like I put my non-negotiables on there. And even if they're not business related. So for me, I want to wake up and I want to get a good sweat in the morning. I like to get my workout done right in the morning. It makes me feel good, makes me just feel ready for the day. And then I want to get ready right after that. So like I'm someone that obviously working from home, it could, be nice to work in your pajamas. But the truth is, if I'm not getting ready, if I'm not doing, it doesn't mean you have to put on makeup and all that, right? Like do what you normally do. But for me, it's put on my makeup, kind of do my hair, and then put some nice clothes on. Because the truth is, if I just stay in my pajamas, I'm not going to be motivated to do my income producing activities. I'm not going to go do presentations in my pajamas. Like that's just, and not saying you can't, but I'm just saying I personally won't. So I know I need to do those things in the morning. So I'll wake up, I'll do my workout, I'll get ready for the day. And then what I like to do after I do that, I go into my office and I actually make my to-do list. What am I tackling today? What am I getting done? And again, that might be something that's on your weekly list that you're getting done that day, right? If it's only something you do once a week. So I put down on my to-do list everything that I am working on today. And then once I have that to-do list made, I usually take a good 10 minutes to actually put down everything on my to-do list that I need. And then I will start tackling it until lunchtime. So what can I get done on my to-do list before lunchtime? I kind of create like this little game for myself. Can I get the whole to-do list done on my, before lunch hour hits? And then once lunch hour hits, of course, I'll take my hour, have my lunch. And then two things that I do every single day, and I try and do every single day, is read for 15 minutes, whether that's professional or personal development. They say read 15 pages or read for 15 minutes. You're going to learn something new every day just from doing that. And then another thing I like to do, usually 20 to 30 minutes, I will do some intentional networking. So that means actually scrolling through your social media without stopping at all the funny cat videos or whatever it is that makes you laugh and it's really hard, to be honest, sometimes. But what you want to do, what helps me, is I will set a timer on my phone. And again, this is strictly intentional networking. You are not checking messages. You are focused on this task. So I set a timer on my phone, whatever you do, 20 to 30 minutes. And then you don't look at your phone. You just intentionally network. So network as in, go through some posts, like some posts, go leave genuine comments for people, give out compliments, and just connect with people through the stories, connect with people through comments, and add to your prospecting list through doing that. Okay. So once that timer goes off, you're good for your networking for the day, and then move on with your to-do list and your daily tasks, whatever else you have to do that day. So that's kind of my daily method of operations. Dracy, is there anything that you do? I know you do like a gratitude journal in the morning, right? Something yours.
Yeah, well, I review and reflect and rehearse. So at the end of the day, I review my day, what was great about it. I do my gratitude. I'll reflect on what I could have done differently, and then I will rehearse my next day. And then when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I'm doing is I'm rehearsing what I want my outcomes to be, especially an event, or if I know I'm doing an interview or anything like that, I obviously rehearse the end results that I want. So that's just embedded in me as part of what I do, is to get me into the right state, and helps me with my story.
Awesome. So you're going to go into now 3 positions that you sell, correct?
Oh, fabulous. Okay. So again, highlighting. Great job, by the way, Teisha. That was fantastic. And again, highlighting the fact that you want to really set yourself up to make a major impact the rest of this year. And the most amount of opportunities are just sitting right in front of you. So it's how you're going to set yourself up. But your number one goal and role in all that you're doing is actually selling your position. And there's really 3 positions that we sell in this business. Number 1 is the position to become a distributor or consultant or whatever it be. But in other words, is that you're making your business look so fun, so easy, so purposeful that you have a customer that wants to do what you do. That's the number 1 position you're doing. So that's it. The second position you sell is to your distributors, them wanting to be a leader. That leadership really does make a difference. The personal growth, the transformation. So you're selling your position to your distributors that they want to be a leader like yourself. So it's really important that you're mindful of everything that you do on a daily basis. And then the third position that we sell as leaders is your leaders to be able to promote leaders. Okay. And so that's where real leadership development comes along. So ultimately this business, you can be thinking about how I'm going to sell this or how I'm going to get this new customer, but to be growing at the top of the business is what leadership development is about. And so I just want to share a little something here for you. Everything you do and say is selling your position. How you shine, how you handle difficult situations, and how you help people get what they want. How you have fun, and how you love, and how you share that love. That is what leadership is about. And you are always being watched. People watch and they pay attention to see what you are doing in a daily basis and how you're doing it. They will want to invest. If you want them to invest, they will invest their number one commodity, and that is time with you, by how you spend your time showing up every day. So if you really want to show up with good intentions, and you have to be the one to show them the way. You have to show them the mission, you have to show them the vision, and you need to show them your passion. That's how you get your MVP on. So I hope you've really enjoyed this episode. We are excited, and we want you just to start really thinking about, if you're going to do 100 days till Christmas on the 16th of September, what kind of ideas, what do you want to do to show up every day for 100 days to your audience in that? So start thinking about that now. Think of that unique selling point and think of your Midas touch. So we are, I guess, going to wrap this up. If you've liked this episode, please give us a like, share it. Hey, we want you in the comments. We want to hear if you want us to send you a 90-day action planner. We want to hear what kind of exciting things you're going to do to make your lollipop moments for your business. So thanks very much for everything. Teisha, was there anything else you wanted to say as we say goodbye?
Get on the pre-order wait list for the book. The book is coming. So unwrappedleader.com, guys, get on it. We're giving away a few more free books. So we just kind of draw them randomly. So get on there. And yeah, that's all.
Well, as that's all, everybody, Teisha's getting married this Saturday. Well, by the time they get this episode, you'll have been married. So I'm going to say congratulations. I'll say congratulations.
I'm Teisha Zapernyuk now. Once you see this, my name is Teisha Zapernyuk now.
Okay, so let me pronounce that. Zapernyuk?
Zapernyuk, yeah.
Zapernyuk.
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
I'm going to have to practice
people think my last name. People think my last name is Dorianna because I use it obviously on the book here. That's my middle name. For those of you listening and you think it's my last name, it's actually my middle name. My real last name is Willette. And I just decided, my name's just been changing. My name's going to be changing soon. And so I use that as kind of like my business name. But yeah, oh my gosh, I can't believe when this episode's posted. You're watching this and I'm a married woman now. So
well, and when they're watching this, hopefully they're watching it. You'll be on your honeymoon, technically, if they're watching this when it goes live. So if not, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thanks for joining us. And we look forward to being raw, real, and relevant for you some more.
Bye, guys.